Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we're gonna have like a in-depth guide of attributes and skills in Achilles Legends Untold. I wanted to make this guide for a long period of time, but to be fair with you, I wanted to get closer to the end of the game just to understand more the mechanics and all these things, even though it's like nothing really to understand. I resetted my build. Basically you're gonna have around 130 skill points on the end of the game, but I'm gonna walk with you like step by step, so it will make it just easier for you to understand it. In the beginning you have a couple of options, you know. I definitely recommend you to go fully onto this because you want to unlock each critical hit will fully restore energy. This is like iffy, but you want to unlock the gift. Basically you'll be able to use another special skill slot, so along the game you're gonna find skills, you know, so it's good to have it unlocked. And by the way, this one anyway, it's a must, so doesn't matter what path you want to take, you're gonna need to fill this one up. You have a couple of options in the beginning because I was what I'm doing here, I'm doing like a deathless run on the hardest difficulty of the game. So basically what I choose from, I went straight into vitality basically. But let's talk about all these ones because they are looking over well, and I don't know, it's reminding me a lot of Path of Exile, but in the same time it's extremely easy to get it, you know. It's like if you're like starting a new fresh run, I definitely recommend you invest into the Hound, you know, because this Hound has like some you're gonna spend a lot of points in luck, around 8 points in luck, which is not a must in the beginning because luck it's useless, you know. It will increase the chance, you know, of looting items from defeated enemies basically. But what you wanna reach on this one, it's this node over here, because it will award you more experience point. And you have this one as well as soon as you invest all 8 points into this, because this is like 8 points build. Like as soon as you invest all 8 points into the Hound, you're gonna unlock basically this skill, passive skill, which is awarding you even more experience. So for a fresh start you can go for it, you know, invest just at least 4 points in the beginning, and after that choose whatever you want. But again, if you run a deathless, if you want to do a deathless run, I'm not recommending you this. This is good for, like, put it like this, getting more materials and more experience basically. What I am definitely recommending you is the whale for the hardest difficulty of the game, or a deathless run. I recommend you the whale because the whale has like vitality, and vitality is by far the best attribute in the game. If you want, we can talk attributes, like, you know, vitality is giving you 1 point, it's adding 26 maximum HP, and it's adding like burn resistance. Burn resistance is not very important because anyway we can dodge roll it out, so you're gonna remove the burn, you know, if you dodge roll. But the thing is, like, vitality is scaling, like, you have no soft caps on vitality, so basically it doesn't matter you invest full points into vitality, you're gonna have a fucking badass tank, you know what I mean. And it will always award you like 26 health points, so that's a go for. And what I prefer to do when I start running it was like, I went for a big gulp because I wanted to drink potions more quickly. It's and on the way you're gonna get like a lot of vitality because you're gonna run this path. You can invest into this, but I was prioritizing the big gulp just because drinking potions can be tricky in the beginning of the game. If you're not familiar with the mechanics and all these things, you know, enemies will attack you. Some enemies, you have like archers, which are like annoying as fuck. They can like interrupt you, they can stun lock you, and that's why I was preferring like to go for the big gulp, just to give them a smaller window for attacks, you know what I mean? So this one is like worth investing. If you invest like 11 points into this, you're gonna unlock a passive skill which basically is not allowing you to die. You're gonna get onto this screen right here, and basically you can pay like 250 drachmas. Drachmas are the money currency in game basically, and you're gonna get you're gonna defile death basically. You know, I never I never encountered this screen because, like I said, on a deathless run I don't want to, I count this as a death, you know, so that's why but I went like crazy with this. From this point you're gonna have like two options. The main option for me was like vitality, because I went like even further into vitality. After that you have like the bear. They have no passives on them, you know, that's why I'm counting them as fillers, you know, because as soon as you, when you see like passive skills on a tree, you know, yeah, it's definitely worth going and checking. But on these ones, for example, you have just raw strength, you know what I mean? So it's not like a big deal if you invest into this, or if you, for example, you want to run this one, because this is strength as well. But we're gonna talk about this guy later on. This is like basically full strength. This is full vitality. It's nothing complex about it. From this you can go into precision. Precision is like, it's a, I don't see it as a main stat, because it's giving you poison resistance. Poison resistance is not a big deal, you know what I mean? And besides it helps you, you know, doing more damage with weapons which are scaling with precision. But you don't have a lot of weapons which are scaling with precision, and even if they are scaling with precision, they are not scaling A with precision, they are scaling B, C, you know, D. So basically it's not really worth going, but in case you need extra precision, keep this in mind, you know. In the same time, you have, for a strength build, you have this guy over here, you know. This is like, put it like this, I didn't went into this because even on 131 skill points, you know, I'm still not feeling like I need, you know, deflect, because here you're gonna have strength. Yeah, you're gonna have lots of nodes which will give you strength, but in the same time you're gonna get like, what, cold blood. This is a deflect. Deflect is not worthy, because when you fight enemies, most of the times you're gonna be surrounded by them, you know. In the beginning maybe they are like just a couple, but most of the times when you are fighting, you're gonna be surrounded by enemies. I didn't test this, and I don't want to test it just because I'm not like a big fan of shields, to be fair with you. But yeah, you can run this build just in case you want to counter and test countering, you know. But this build will give you like a counter attack, like a heavy counter attack, like a light counter attack as well. You have this one as well, yeah. And you have fighting peace. This will restore a small amount of energy. I don't know if you want to deflect an enemy, you know, while you have like a couple of enemies behind you. I don't know if it's a go for, but you can give it a try. The passive skill on this, as soon as you unlocked all 12 points, is like you can charge a heavy basically. That breach, that heavy will breach through enemies' blocks, you know what I mean? But the thing is, like, again, you won't really need it, because you'll never fight just one enemy, and this is from my point of view at least, you know, trust me, and I played all the weapons, I played different styles, you know, but the thing is like you don't really want that. This is not worthy even in a 1v1 fight, you know, because you're gonna fight bosses, and when you're gonna find bosses you won't gonna lock yourself in a 1-second animation just to give like a heavy attack, you know what I mean? You don't want to put yourself like, in this game you need to move, and as soon as you stay, you know, on a place without even moving, you're gonna get hit, you know, so I am telling you, it's not worthy. But you can give it a try. We have this Cupidon here, I don't know what the fuck is this guy. This guy is precision again. This, from my point of view, is the worst. Because on this, for example, you can run precision, yeah, but it has like some passive skills as well. But they are useless, from my point of view at least. You have Last Breath, which is giving you like speeding up your energy regeneration after you reach like 30, when you are below actually 30% HP. And now depending on what difficulty you play, you don't want to stay below 30% HP, you know, most of the times. And that's why I'm 10% extra energy regeneration is not really worthy, you know what I mean? You'll have here like, as soon as you invest 10 points into this guy, basically you're gonna have this heroism, you know. This will give you like a 5% increased damage dealt when you are below 30% HP. Again, you don't want to find yourself below 30% HP, and if you are below 30% HP, it's I hope that you are a tank, you know, like a full vitality build tank, because that's the only way which you can tank hits below 30 HP, because that will mean like an instant death, you know, most of the times. And let's be fair, giving like 5%, just 5% increased damage, put it like this, if you are doing like 100 damage, yeah, and suddenly you are dropping below 30%, that next attacks when you are below 30, they should be like instant kills, you know what I mean, just to save you. And instead of doing 100, you're gonna do 105 damage, you know what I mean? It's like useless. This, from my point of view, this needs a, I don't know, I don't know, I can think on so many things. If this was like at least 30%, you know, increasing the damage by 30%, yeah, maybe it was worthy. But otherwise I don't see like viable, you know what I mean? It's good because you have extra precision in case you have weapons which are scaling with precision, so you can run into it like a bit, because it's, now it depends a lot again on what weapons you choose. We have the Lion. The Lion is one of the best. I definitely recommend you to consider it, at least investing into it. You're gonna add a lot of endurance, but in the same time you're gonna get loads of passive on this one. You're gonna get Murderous Fury, which is like killing an opponent restore a small amount of fury. So basically fury in this game is like mana. You're gonna be able to use more skills, you know, the skills which I talked about in the beginning. Again, with this, it's a very nice combo with this one, you know, with Retribution, because each hit restores a small amount of fury. So now if you kill the enemy, you're gonna restore extra fury, you know, so you're gonna be most of the time on 100% fury. This is an endurance build again, so this will award you like energy and bleed resistance. It's not extremely important. For example, if you run like dual wielding, because I run dual wielding like for the beginning of the game, like half game through, you know, I went like dual wielding because dual wielding is just so satisfying, you know. But in the same time, if you try to play a two-hand sword, a two-hand sword will require more energy with each attacks. So if you are playing like heavy weapons, Spears are decent. Spears are decent because they're not consuming a lot of energy, but you'll be fine, you know, with just investing into this. You have Blood Frenzy. This is another extremely good, like, for sustain. It's allowing you to stay more in fights, because as soon as you take damage, your health will gonna start draining. The amount of damage you took, it will turn into a yellow bar and it will drain. If you have this one invested in, if you manage to hit an enemy, you're gonna recover some of that HP, which will drop, you know, if you don't have this. Vengeance, it's one of the best, because as soon as you kill an enemy, you're gonna restore some HP, so that will help a lot. Because you're gonna fight, for example, 40 skeletons, yeah, you just go in the middle of them, spin, and you're gonna stay on full HP, you know. It's a no-brainer, you know what I mean. And if you invest like 9 points into the lion, you're gonna get rage. Rage is basically, with each attack in the combo, you're gonna get an increased amount of damage, yeah. So if you use dual wielding, like I was using this, like I said, for half of the game, each is extremely good, because with dual wielding you are continuously attacking, you know, you don't need to wait for regeneration too much, you know. As soon as the bar starts regenerating, you are just pressing a light attack and you're gonna spin, you're gonna do your things, you know, over there. So with each one of it, you get extra damage. Extra damage is extremely good, you know, at least on dual wielding. I found it extremely good. I don't know, I tested it a lot on two-hand swords, but because with two-hand swords you are not really swinging a lot, you know. Even now on the end game, I can do a full combo, you know, with two-hand swords, because my endurance, my energy is not like allowing me to do that, you know. I'm gonna run out of energy after the third attack for sure, you know, because you need to dodge, you need to be on point with dodges and all these things as well. And energy is like, just you need to be aware how to properly manage it, but in the same time, like I said, you're gonna see the energy regeneration starts pretty fast. So yeah, you won't finish a full 4-chain combo, but you're gonna be able to use again the first light attack, you know. And the first light attack most of the time is like more than enough. What we have here is going like into this Serpent Hydra. This Serpent Hydra is again endurance. Again, I see it as a filler, because it has no passive on it, no passive skill points on it, no nothing, so I see it as a filler. The thing is, like, if you feel like you need extra endurance, you can go for it, you know. I'm not recommending you to go like extremely crazy on endurance. You're gonna find some weapons scaling with endurance, but the weapons which are scaling with endurance are not giving you proper amounts of damage, you know, like for example the ones which are scaling with strength. So that's why I don't know, if you need more, yeah, you can go into that one, but keep in mind, because each single node you see here, you can upgrade it like 3 times, you know. So I don't think that you'll need extra endurance from this one. Even if you play like a two-hand sword, I really don't recommend you to go for extra endurance. Now we have here the Wrath build. The Wrath build is interesting just because some weapons are scaling with Wrath, and because investing into Wrath you get like curse resistance. Curse resistance is one of the main things in the end game, because plenty of enemies will gonna curse you. Getting cursed, it's making you move slightly slower. I think your damage drops a bit, and beside this, your maximum health bar, it's limited to like 80%, or 70, in between 75 and 80%. So you're gonna, as soon as you are cursed, 20 or 25% of your health will be blocked, you know, like until you remove the curse, because you can remove curse, you have items to remove curses and all these things. So basically it's not a massive issue, but if you don't want to like, and beside this, some weapons which are scaling wrath, they get like a lot of benefits, like extra damage from wrath, even though because for example, I think, I don't know who this guy is, it looks like Hercules because he has the lion on, but I don't know if Hercules was using like a fucking bow, I don't know. The thing with this guy is like, the only good thing is the passive absorption. Health is regenerated more quickly after drinking a potion. Now the thing with him is like, you have soul drain, yeah? Soul drain, it's a useless skill. You can use it just on unaware enemies basically, and it's basically soul draining him, you know, it gives you like vampire vibes, but it's not really worth it because the amount of damage you are doing, it's extremely low. And even if you invest like improved drain, you know, you can like restore some health from them. You won't restore like big amounts of health. You're just gonna like, I don't know, it's easier to use a potion, you know what I mean? And this one, quick drain, is like basically draining them more quickly. But again, keep it in mind that you can use this only on unaware targets. You can use it on skeletons because I used it, but the thing is, it's not like, it's not something which you really want, because the game is like a hack and slash, yeah, so you'll need to be like on point with your dodges, your movement as well. Using this and sitting there like a, you know, you're like a sitting duck, you know what I mean, and archers will gonna fucking pierce you with arrows, enemies will charge at you, you know, it's I don't know, I really don't see it as a viable option. But I see it working, for example, in a wrath build, you know, a weapon which scales with wrath, for example. That will be like, because you have like weapons, I'm gonna make a guide on divine justice, because by far I think is the best weapon in game. And it scales A with wrath, A with strength, and C with precision. So basically you can get extra damage from this build as well. You know, it can be worthy, but not really. Here you have another wrath build, which is like pointless. I don't know, this fucking pony. I'm not like a big fan of wrath, but in case again you need like extra wrath, you can go for it. And I don't recommend you to invest into them, you know, because they are like not giving you any passive. I fully unlocked this. I fully unlocked this, you know, with 3 nodes. This was like fully unlocked. But the thing is, look, they're like just fillers. No one fought on them. No one like tried to make them better, you know, in a way. Because even on this, you know, instead of spending points only here, if they were like adding some passives on this, yeah, I could definitely go for it, you know, depending on passives. But because you don't have passives, you really don't give a shit about, you know, the ones on like the extremity of the fucking build. And you have the eagle. The eagle is one of the best build in case you wanna use like a shield. Because shields here are like making you feel like Captain America. You know, you are like throwing your shield and you can recall it back to you. So basically with this, you can, for example, look, hitting a perfect control, hitting an enemy with the returning shield knocks the target down. Increase the speed of the throwing shield. The shield will hit an enemy on its way back to the hero. The thing is like it's not automatically. Ah, okay. I think it automatically hits him. Ah, okay. I didn't test it this because I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big fan of. Yeah, so if you like you see, this is automatically going into the enemy. This is a very interesting build because you can knock them down on the way back. You know what I mean? The shield can do the same thing with two enemies, increase the speed, and now hitting an enemy with a shield knocks him down, which is extremely good. And you're gonna knock them down, say with this one as well, with perfect control. Because if the shield is, you recall your shield, the enemy will gonna get knocked down. But again, I don't know how effective it is because I don't know. You're never gonna fight. The fights won't look like. Most of the time, you expect like you think you are in control of a fight. You know, positioning yourself properly and all these things. But sometimes, and most of the times in this game, you know, you are fighting 3 enemies and fucking 6 more are coming. You know, and it's like they are surrounding you, and I really don't think this is like. It's one of the best if you are using a shield by far, and you can combine it with this guy because this one is like deflecting and all these things, and maybe you can make a nice build, you know, work around it and make a properly nice one. But right now, look, because I explained most of them, you know, this was like kind of everything, and it's basic as that, you know. When you have a first look on it, you're gonna feel like overwhelmed, but it's kind of nothing extremely hard. So what I'm recommending you to do, if you're like starting fresh now, you can go for this. If you want more to squeeze more experience and items from the game. Items, I mean like ingredients, and because you can craft in the game as well. Crafting is kind of pointless. I didn't found it like you can't craft like armors, you can't craft like weapons, you can't craft things which are really having a value and adding a value to the game. You can just craft some fucking consumables which you won't even use, you know. Consumables, yeah, poison bombs, usually petards, they call bombs petards. Bombs are very useful. They can be handy because you have some puzzle chests like in the game, and just to hit that symbols you can use the shield or you can use a bomb, and it's making the unlocking process of that chest way easier. My recommendation for you is like just to go in the beginning, just go like crazy on this, because I'm gonna try to make a path like, let's say if you have 30 points, 30 levels. I took this path because I wanted to have the bear open, because if you take the upper one you'll need to come down here anyway. I recommend you to invest like straight into this. After that, try to go for the lion as soon as possible, because the lion will give you extra sustain, you know, and you want to hit all them. And after that you can invest into lion even more, because endurance is like a decent thing to have. Endurance, even though like these are the attributes, yeah, so let's talk attributes now. So just for you to understand, vitality is the best one because it's scaling to 26, you know, it's giving you adding 26. Doesn't matter you invested like 50 points, you have no soft caps on it, so you'll always get like 26 HP. Strength, it's extremely good with weapons which are scaling with strength. It's adding the most amount of damage, so that's why I recommend you playing strength. Because even now, for example, what I'm playing, it's a spear, yeah, so my spear is a strength scaling spear, you know, it's a scaling with strength, which is kind of interesting. After that, if you unlock this, this is the main thing which you need to unlock. I recommend you going for, you can unlock it full, the dog, just to get some extra experience. When you hit this, you're gonna get 10% extra, and as soon as you're gonna unlock this, you're gonna get like another 15. So you're gonna have a total of 25 bonus experience. But again, if you are like in the mid game, yeah, I don't think you need to respec just to go for this. I would definitely recommend you to go for vitality, strength, or you know, even wrath. I'm considering this because I'll have a in-depth tutorial on divine justice. Divine justice is one of the best weapons in games, but the thing is, you need to spend your points wisely, because you can like fuck it up pretty fast. You know, at one I was like respecting myself. My weapon was doing something around 1.2k damage, and as soon as I respect it and I really saw what I'm doing, I was getting like 1.5, you know what I mean? So basically these are the main aspects, and these are like the main signs which you'll need to go. You can invest even more into the whale as well, because like you see, extra vitality 26, not changing. Whenever you're gonna invest a point into vitality, it will give you like 26. So that's the best thing you can get. And now basically you cannot die, you know what I mean? So you won't die because you can revive yourself by using 250 gold. Attributes wise, again, vitality is by far the best. Strength, it's the second best from my point of view, at least, because it's scaling a lot of damage with weapons which are scaling with strength. Endurance and wrath, here I have like in between endurance and wrath, I prefer wrath, because if you check wrath, it's adding like free fury and free curse resistance. The thing is, like, fury is like your mana, and investing 10 points into this, you're gonna get like extra 30% mana. And meanwhile, if you go for endurance, for example, endurance is adding just 2 points, you know. So when you spend like 10 points into it, you're gonna get like 20%. But the thing with endurance is like can be more useful, because you're gonna run out if you use, like I said, if you use like a two-hand sword, you're gonna run out of energy pretty fast. But in the same time, you have skills, and if you have wrath, you can just spam skills, you know, because you already picked this one and this one, and you already regenerate a lot of fury. You know, hitting enemies, you're gonna regenerate a lot of fury, and basically you're gonna have infinite mana, and you can spam your skills over and over and over again. But to be fair with you, these are like my main recommendation. From this you can go whatever you want. I'm not gonna tell you to to play a build, because builds are like depending on how you want to play it, you know. I won't tell you wait, because you need like to invest. Okay, 2 points in this shit. I really want to unlock this now, and I don't know why. Okay, it's this one. This is a pretty useless one, but you're gonna find some weapons which are scaling, which are having like 40% crit chance. But the 40% crit chance are just on the heavy, not on the light attacks. I was like attacking like 200 times with the light and I had no crit. But with the heavy attacks, you're gonna get like 40% crit chance. And I guess this is basically the main build which you want to play, you know. This, if you have this, is like just for extra experience, and you're gonna get extra ingredients which you can sell on the end of the game and get I think it's a better value, you know, overall. When I tried to upgrade all my fucking gear, I was like spending 25,000 gold. So but I didn't invest it into the Hound just because my run is like a deathless one. I invested like a lot into HP. And like I said, by far HP is the best one which you can invest. Wrath, luck again, luck. I don't want to talk about luck because it's, from my point of view, it's ridiculous and it's pathetic. Luck is basically just increasing the chance of looting item from defeated enemies. Is not giving you a crit chance. Is not increasing your crit chance. Is not increasing your crit damage. I really don't recommend investing into luck. You can invest this amount of points and just to get, you know, the bonuses, and that's it basically. And I think that this was like the guide about attributes and skills. I'm gonna come with like weapon choice because I used all the weapons, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts on them as well. You know what I mean? But for the time being, thanks for watching, and I'll see you around. Take care, guys.